evening from Rock Island High School, the old gymnasium, the original here in Rock Island, Illinois. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style from the girls' side. And welcome, as I just mentioned, we're in a historic gymnasium here. I'm Jeff Wellman as we get ready for the second round of the Western Big Six. And it all starts right here. Devils earlier this season on November 11th beat Rock Island. After one quarter, the Devils led 20-8, 38-19 at half, 46-28 after three, and they would win by 22, 64-42. In that game, Jada Brown had 31 points, Miley Longcore with 12, and Cameron Bykist had 12. On the other side, for the Rocks, they were led by Nanasha Bragg. She had 19 points in that ball game, and this team really picked it up once they left Blue Devil Gymnasium, Quincy High Gymnasium, as they went on a little bit of a roll there, and they find themselves right now tied with, I believe, Moline. Actually, they're behind Moline in that, and we'll check with those in a second. But let's check with Coach Pettit first of all. And Coach, here we are. It's a beautiful gym. It's not the Rock Garden, but it was the original Rock Garden.
Well, you know, you're looking at this going, okay, we won by 22, I think, at our place. And, you know, now we're up at their place, and they played some good teams. You know, Morton lost to them by two times. You know, pretty good style, but that's the fourth-ranked 3A team, you know, in the last rankings. They lost to Dixon, 3A team. They lost to Galesburg once, who is the 7A team. They lost to Sterling, who's the 8A team. You know, and all of them big close games, you know, within 10, 12, and even closer than that. But also, normal community, Alleman, very, very good. I still think Alleman in the 2A brackets are going to be very, very good. So, you know, shoot, this is a team that's been tested big time. You know, so on their home court, I think it's going to be a little bit closer than a 22-point game than the beginning of the year.
I would agree with you, and of course, number-wise, and we'll hear from Coach Dance when we come back on the coach's comments, since we had some injuries the other day, and we'll give you the updates on them as well. It's the pregame show, and it's the Blue Devils against the Rocks from the original gym here in Rock Island on MeccaSportsCo.com.
For many, your home and auto are two of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiberg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Kunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And welcome back to the pregame show. And of course, Coach's comments are brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. Coach Dance is with me right now with the Blue Devils, and we're done with Columbia. Now, a regular week, we're back to the second round of the Western Big Six.
Yeah, back at it, starting second round, and we've got Rock Island tonight. We know that'll be a tough game on the road, and it's one of those that they're going to try to speed you up a little bit, and we've just got to come out and control the tempo and execute on the offensive end.
They did a good job after we had them beating them at Blue Devil Gym. They went on a nice little run there in the second half. Them and Moline are right next to each other, kind of neck and neck.
Yeah, they can be a real ugly game, or they can play really well. I mean, it's just like any high school game, really. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get night in and night out. But yeah, Henry's done a good job with them, and they are getting better every night. So it'll be a tough matchup tonight.
Now the great thing I like about this, everybody thinks of the Rock Garden. That's the other place where the boys play.
This is the old gym. This is a gorgeous, and it's got a lot of history.
It does, and there's been a lot of wins here, and they've had a lot of great environment here with the crowds, and it's a good gym. I like coming here and playing. I'm not a big fan of the red and yellow, but other than that, it's not bad.
Sounds good. Football-wise, maybe? And so a lot of that. All right, now we got our team last weekend. Of course, BikeQuest came back from the ankle. Hamby went down with the ankle. She came back. Then, of course, Kate with the knee. What's our status with everybody?
Kate will be done for the year. She did tear her ACL, so she's out for the year, which was an unfortunate thing. Maddie, ankle was pretty sore on Monday and Tuesday. We didn't do anything. Yesterday she practiced. She's been wearing a boot all week, just kind of precautionary. She'll go, like yesterday at practice, once she started moving around and stuff, it started looking better. So it's one of those things that we'll go a little bit here and there, and kind of like what we did Sunday. We didn't play her for long spurts of time, but we got her in and out. And, that's probably what we'll do tonight, too.
And, of course, you've told the girls no sicknesses, no injuries the rest of the way out, right?
Yeah, we just got to, if we can not get in foul trouble, I think we'll be fine. That's got to be the key. We've got to be smart, and we've got to be unselfish in that regard. So,
sounds good. Good luck tonight. We'll talk to you after the game.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
And that's Brad Dance. And, of course, his comments are brought to you by the QHS Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. When we come back, the Blue Devils and the Rocks from the original gym right here on mechasportsco.com.
If you're a business owner, a lot of things keep you awake at night. Your insurance shouldn't be one of them. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. Call Freiberg Insurance in Quincy for a quick insurance review. They'll make sure your business coverage is up to date and thorough. Freiberg Insurance will work with you to put together a policy that fits your business and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Back at the original gym in Rock Island. I keep wanting to say the Rock Garden, their coaches. It is not. We were here 2 years ago on our first chance to look at this gymnasium. And all the banners on the far wall, that go back. And, in fact, Western Big Six champs in 2017 for the girls. 17, 16, 15, some good runs there. You go back to 2009, then you go 5-4-3, 2001, and then back in the 90s. And it looked like they were winning the regionals, 90, 97, 98, 90, a lot of years there. That's a lot of history up there on the board.
Great place to play. I brought my Marengo team down here for the Justin Sharp Classic in the summertime. We had to play in here a couple of games. You talking about a hot SOB. Hey, I'm telling you this, very hot here. They have fans going in here, and gosh, I probably lost 20 pounds coaching 2 games in here. You know what I mean? And then the other half was in, new place where we play. But, oh, my goodness, what a place to play. Concrete all the way up and down, kind of like Moline here, but only smaller. This is a nice place that's going to seat maybe 2,000 people tops. People stand along the sides. I've seen it before when they've had good games here. Justin Sharp, and this is a neat floor to play at.
Indeed. Hey, the Devils come off of that weekend of double overtimes. It was overtime both days, which is double overtimes on Saturday, beating Principia, giving them their second loss. Longcore had 20, Brown had 14, and BikeQuest had 13. That was a 64-61 game. Then on Sunday, Stratford with I forgot her name already. She had 34 points against us. It's kind of hard to forget her name because she was launching from way downtown. The game went overtime. We lost 60-54. Did not score in the overtime. It was 6-0. Jada Brown had 25, Hamby with 11, and Longcore had 8 in that ball game. I want to say Jensen coach, and now I got to flip my book back. Otherwise, Larson, there you go. Kinley Larson, 34 points, including 8 3-pointers. Devils shut her down there in the fourth quarter. She did not get a 3, but Devils did take them to overtime.
Well, that goes back to the things that the Blue Devils need to work on. Challenging the three-point shots, and making sure when the three-point shots don't go in, we get the offensive rebound. Both of those things are of the utmost importance as we go into the push for the playoffs.
Well, finding a shooter when she's out at 30 feet, you're
not
even ready yet.
You got to locate your shooters first, and wherever they shoot from, if they're catching at 30 feet, you got to push them out to 35. Hey, you know what I mean? You need to be into them, making sure they put it on the ground. I mean, if you're doing a challenge 3 from 30, 35, that's good. If you're shooting wide open shots, that don't work.
Oh, she was challenged, and then on top of it, took them to the hole. When you did come out and guard, she had to move the hole,
you got to do that, and you got to have the help side defense. Coming up, slowing her down, making her bounce back out, and shooting a tough 2. But not a wide open 3 from way out wind.
Coach, you needed to see her. She was something else.
Well, I
shooting out where Clark does, and it was a pretty good darn ball game, and the Devils, she lit them up there. So anyway, we get into the Western Big Six, and speaking of the Western Big Six, here are the standings right now in the Western Big Six. Galesburg is leading the way with a 7-0 record. Sterling is at 5-1. They still have to make up a game. Alleman Catholic is 5-2. Quincy were right behind at 4-3. Moline 3-4. Rocky 2-5. Geneseo 1-6. East Moline 0-6. And then tonight, of course, this is January 16th. We're here in Rocky. Sterling is hosting Galesburg. Could be a good matchup there.
Game.
East Moline is hosting Alleman, and East Moline might have a chance of getting their first W tonight, but they're going to have to play some good basketball because Alleman is still, like Coach said, very tough in 2A. And Moline is hosting Geneseo. Those are your games across the Western Big Six.
Well, we're rooting for Sterling tonight to put that L on on Galesburg, and I always say Galesburg, but that's beside the point. It's one of those things to where let's go Sterling. They're at home, right?
Yes.
Sterling's at home. They got to get this one. If they're gonna even compete.
Time for our starting lineups, and they're going to have the national anthem first. We're going to take a break when we come back. The starting lineups brought to you by Blessing Health, Blessing Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. We've got you covered from head to toe.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
As we get ready for the national anthem here, they give all the normal what you can and can't do, and our national anthem. Tell you what, this is one place, Coach, that you actually feel like there's a band. I mean, they have a great sound system in this place, and you actually looking around for the band, and then you realize they're pumping that sound in.
Yeah. Well, no, they're up top. Band's up top.
Oh, they're right behind us?
Yeah, right behind us.
That's why it sounded like there was a band.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't see them when I snuck in.
Well, let me double check. Shoot.
Hey, let's give the starting lineups first. The Blue Devils, though, wearing their road blue, trimmed in white. I don't think it is, Coach.
Yeah, no, they're right up there. They're turning it off.
All righty. And let's get the lineup as the lights go out here. The starting lineup for the Devils, number 14, Miley Longcore, 5'8" sophomore. Number 21, Jada Brown, 5'11" sophomore. Number 23, Madeline Hamby, a junior at 5'8". Chloe Nicholson, number 61. She's 6'1", and she's a freshman wearing number 24. And I forgot to ask him who he's starting for Kate Medemeyer. I got to believe it's going to be Cameron Byquist, number 20. And, of course, Byquist is the 5'6" sophomore. The Devils are coached by Brad Dance, assisted by Brad Bergman, Katie Clapper, and Cheyenne Grissom. Devils lost the first game Wasn't even really close, I don't think. I was trying to keep a score while we were, by the way, those wanted to watch the game tonight. We had the game on Tuesday night. All the equipment was working. The picture was working to start off. We lost a router. Power went off on one of them, so we lost the video for tonight. And so we'll be doing audio, and we're familiar with that last weekend. We enjoyed that at Columbia. So sit back, close your eyes, and pretend that you're watching the video. We'll try to paint a picture for you. By the way, in white, trimmed in yellow and red. And it'll be the home team, the Rocks, as we'll do a double check here when they come out. They had the lights out, do a nice job with the strobe lights as well. We're in the corner down here, and of course you can check that out on my Facebook page real quick. I put it on real quick to let everybody know the view we had, so they can actually maybe put that up on the wall, and then they can listen to us. Your lineup on the other side, Michaela Curry, she's a 5'5 junior. It's Ella Leahy, number 14, 5'9 junior. Denaja Bragg, the big girl inside, 5'6 junior. Amaya Jackson, a 5'8 senior. And Jemiah McNeil, 5'10 sophomore. Henry Hall, Larry Hall, and Betty Hall, all the coaches out there for the Rocks. Rocks get the opening tip. They're coming into our living room right here. Devils getting their 1-2-2. Byquist at the point. Hamby and Longcourt at the high post. Nicholson and Brown low post.
Good officer to a 1-2-2. Start the game.
Devils doing a good job on the 1-2-2. Now they'll spread that thing out if they have to. Right now they got it packed in.
I like with Nicholson down low for rebounding. Oh, there we go. All right, steal.
Lob was inside to Bragg. Nicholson takes it away. Here come the Devils the other way.
They're going to have to make adjustments without Medemeyer. You know what I mean? Because she's a big part of this.
A leader. Here's a reverse to the right side. Inside. Jada Brown goes up. No good on the shot. Rebounded by the Rocks. We'll fill you in a little bit more on Kate Medemeyer there. That senior leadership was so key in transition. Shot from the right corner. No good. Longcourt goes over the back of Layla Rice, who actually started tonight, number 24. See who she started for. Devils in transition. Three-pointer out high. Nicholson misses. Long rebound. Came to the top of the key. Bragg has it for Rock Island. They work that right side. They've done it 3 times. Ball goes inside. Bragg was stopped immediately by Nicholson. Ball came outside. Shot from outside. No good. Jada Brown with a rebound. Fast-paced in the first minute and 20 seconds.
Good pass.
From the right side, Nicholson to the left wing. Byquist with a quick touch pass into Brown. Brown couldn't get it over the iron. Had a couple good looks. Closing in on the corner. Three-pointer. That's a third three-pointer fired up by Rock Island. Long rebound came out. Hamby got the rebound. And Michaela Curry, the first foul of the ball game for either team. She plays for the Rocks.
Well, if the Rocky girls are anything like the Rocky boys, they want to get up down the floor, and it looks like they go pretty deep.
Pulled that box score out from earlier this year. We mentioned Bragg was the one that did all the scoring. Devils in the half-court set. Right side to Nicholson. Back to the top of the key. Longcourt missed the 3, but Brown kept it alive and tipped it out.
Tough shot.
Devils to reset. Man-to-man coming from the Rocks. On the right side, Nicholson. Throws the one-hand pass up to the top. It's stolen. Here comes Curry the other way. Curry got into the basket, took one too big a step. Madeline Hamby was right there on defense. She's got her ankle taped. Looked like she's doing good. She actually, before the ball game, grabbed your headset and was going to go on the air. I said, please.
Good, cool.
Please join us. 5:52 left in the first quarter action. No score yet. Devils with the basketball into the half-court set. Bragg picks up Longcourt on the right side. She almost steps out of bounds. We got a perfect line.
It was close.
From the right corner all the way to the left corner. It went from Brown over to Byquist, and a drive to the top of the key, and we got our second foul on Rocky. 23 on the foul. That's
Rocky's
Jackson.
very aggressive with their defense, man-to-man, getting out into us. So we're going to have to, pick and roll, run some good sets. There you
Devils
go.
Put it in bounds
right there.
In the left corner. Three-pointer bounce, hit the rim twice by Longcourt. Came out, though. Picking the ball up and coming the other way is Curie. In the set. Good defense there. Brown bounced off. And it was Jackson going to the hole, and then we got the rebound. So it's one and done for both teams, it seems like.
Well, we're almost 3 minutes in the game, and it's 0-0.
Inside to Jada Brown. Back out to the top. Hamby sets her feet. High arching shot. Off the back of the iron, no good. It was stayed right around the rim as Bragg was there. Check that, Jackson is there. Bragg and Jackson, number 22 and 23, hanging out near the rim. And we got a foul on a double team. It was Brown and Longcore, and I'm glad they called the foul because cutting down from the right side was one of the Rocks. Of course, she's got her ponytail and her braids down below.
Yep.
Can't see what number it is right now, but she was going to be open for an easy layup.
Yep. Well, hey, no easy layups in this game. This is going to be a hard-fought game.
As we see already, Longcore with her foul. Jordan Randall came in the game, number 5. Also into the ball game, number 3, Mallory Hudnall. Rocks in the half-court set.
Oh.
They bounce it out to the corner. Whoa.
Hamby kicked it out.
It went over to Jackson. She went into Bragg. Bragg lost the ball. And Madeline sliding down from the top. So it will be box out of bounds play, some variation of that for the Rocks.
Well, I think the Blue Devils need to go down to Jada, and let her work inside.
Inside out here for the Rocks now. Also into the ball game, McNeil's number 30. She's down in the block from the left corner. Three-pointer, no good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and the ball bounced 4 times on the rim before it finally went in. Hudnall gets the three-pointer on the other side for the Rocks. And we played almost halfway through the first quarter before we got a score.
Get it to her. Oh, my goodness.
Top of the key, Hamby to the right side. Longcore likes the 3. Good. Nothing but net. Miley Longcore from the right side.
Once again, the inside look, kicking it out and stepping it in. Easy shot.
And that was brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, our sponsor all season long for three-pointers, no matter what game we've got. I need to double-check how many we've got total for the season because there's been some games where we're lighting them up.
Oh, man.
Including the Moline game the other night. Jada Brown in transition.
Foul.
Jada was dribbling down the court, got to the free throw lane. Nobody stopped her. There were 3 Rocks running alongside of her, and she was just about ready to kick it to the left corner when she got bumped. And that'll be the 3rd foul against the Rocks. First one against Hudnall. Devils with 2 on each high post.
We need to push the ball up against us.
Byquist flashed out and got it open. Here's Longcore. Passes into the right corner, Nicholson. Back out to Longcore. Rock still playing man-to-man. 3 on this side. Now 4, we got a high post. That means Byquist was open on the weak side. Madeline Hamby's in the high post. Longcore was top.
That's
right
that
was
one-handed
Nicholson,
pass right there.
and Brown was all the way down in the corner. And Byquist was wide open, but she came towards the ball. And again, the one-handed pass, as you mentioned.
One-handed, left-handed pass. And she's a right-handed gal.
3-3. We played halfway through the first quarter. 3:40 and counting. Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit. Rocks have the ball right in front of us. Jackson goes back to the top. Actually, with the dribble, Hudnall starts to go to the top. She gets knocked down. The Devils will commit their 2nd foul. Cameron Byquist, her 1st foul. 1 on her, 1 on Longcore. And that is a key you heard Coach talking about. The tough part is going to be fouling and getting rest with a short bench.
Yep.
And giving rest to Jada is like, talked to Coach Brown, Ryan, and we talked about how Jada needs to get more breaks throughout the game so she's fresher late in the game. Ball goes down in the block. Oh, great job,
Good
Nicholson.
block.
Nicholson got off her feet, but then recovered with a block shot. Here
Okay.
come the Devils.
Set it up. Get a good shot.
In transition, right side, Longcore back out to Nicholson. Her 3 rattles around, no good. Jada Brown tracked it down in the far corner, and tipping the ball out of bounds was Jackson. So Quincy High ball with 3:07 left in the first.
Well, I don't remember in the first 5 minutes of this game getting the ball down low to Jada, and letting her go.
We had it down in there twice. She came up short on the one and then came up the second one, didn't get it over the rim. That was early.
Not enough with her getting 31 in the first game.
Exactly. Longcore made a drive. Her shot was blocked. Somebody got an elbow there. Here comes Bragg. Bragg with a nice pass inside, and the basket is good. Ella Leahy was sitting down on the block. Of course, the defense went with Bragg, and a quick timeout there is on the other end. She took a pop in the jaw, I think, on the rebound. I think it was Hudnall, and as soon as the basket went on this end, they immediately blew the whistle, went down the other end. Bragg brought it down until somebody picked her up, and our only defender picked her up. I thought the ball was going to hit the airman, jump out because
not a very good job on defensive transition, on that possession. I mean, it was a 3-on-1, and we had gals, up by the half-court line. So, we need to get back better, and slow this team down, or they're going to run us to death.
By the way, the Rocks will be down tomorrow night, and so will Mike Elmendorfer. He is the athletic director here.
Different Rocks.
He was the offensive coordinator for the Quincy University football team back when it was Quincy College. In his third year, he came in 1988.
Oh,
Here come the Devils in transition.
Oh.
Mia Elephants checked in. Had a pass down to Brown. Brown didn't have the basket, so she came back out with it. Longcourt from the left corner.
Good
Her three.
Good
in
open
and out.
look.
Ball was on the ground. It looked like we had a jump ball between Brown and McNeil. McNeil pulled the ball away. So with 2:30 left in the first, Nicholson kicks the ball out of bounds. We had a shot clock. He'd reset it with 2:28 left in the quarter. Rocky up 5-3. Yeah, so already he's told Bill Listener we were going to get a picture before the ball game, but I was working on our router, that he will be down tomorrow night in Quincy High Blue Devil Gymnasium. Devils in the 1-2-2 with Byquist at the top.
Good
Ella
trap.
Fritz and Longcourt at the high post. Down low, a second block. Nicholson and her and Brown are both down below the block, on the low block. So it will be Rock's basketball on the baseline with 2:12 left in the first quarter. Rock still lead 5-3. It took us almost halfway through the first before we got a shot, and both were three-pointers for each team. Back to the top, Jackson drives through, nobody stops her. All the way to the hole, missed. Bragg gets the offensive rebound. Whoa, Nicholson might have fouled her, but she gets her third block.
Another offensive rebound.
Rocks get it back out high. Shot from outside, it's good from three, and that's Leahy. She's got the last 5 points. It's 8-3 Rocky.
Once again, the offensive glass is the heel of the Blue Devils.
Nicholson went from the right side to the left. Longcourt drove, kicks it back out. Jada Brown's three from the corner, rattles. And all the threes have been 1-2. They've hit both sides and popped out. They've been good looks. And as we mentioned, Kate Medemeyer is a senior. Kate had that leadership. She was doing a great job on defense, rebounding as well, and she was really getting that high post pass to Jada Brown down as well.
She would come off the bench and stabilize the team when they were getting a little bit out of sync. You know what I mean? Slow them down, you know, and make sure they run their stuff.
Longcourt commits her second foul. Team fouls are tied 3-3 with 1:30 left in the first quarter. Hamby back in the ball game, stepped in for Longcourt. Oh, trying to go in, and another block by Nicholson.
That's her third.
At third or fourth if they gave her that other one.
Yep.
Devils out of the basketball with 1:15 left in the quarter. Chloe takes it left side in the corner. Madeline fakes a three. Started to bring it down on Leahy. Ball goes inside to the high post. Tipped away, though. Coming the other way is Bragg. She's going to jump into Nicholson. No, she's going to jump away from Nicholson, but she does make
Well,
it.
she jumped in Nicholson. Nicholson got out the way, and that was an easy shot up. Oh, then they throw it away.
Rocks throw the ball, and then in transition, threw the ball away. Coach Dance wants to talk about it. There is 50.3 seconds. It's only a 30. We'll stay here. Devils are down 10-3 as we were tied 3-3 before that 7-point run. Yeah, she's got 4 blocks, and on that one, I think she assumed Bragg was going to jump up into her, so she's waiting for the contact.
Yep.
And then when she didn't, Bragg got to an angle that got the ball over Chloe's hands.
Yep.
But still, Chloe, some good defense there. And again, with Longcourt with 2 fouls already, Chloe's got to be aware of that, and every player does.
Well, she's got 2, and you're missing Medemeyer to put in for her, give her a break or 2. So, yeah, I mean, this is going to be a tough nut to crack tonight for the Blue Devils up here.
And, of course, Kate Medemeyer, we were reminded of her brother Jack, who late in the football season of his senior year had the same issue. Devils in the half-court set. In the left corner is Hamby. Flashing down was Nicholson, then also Byquist.
I'll keep feeding Jada down low.
Jada's
there we
at
go.
the high post, though.
There
This time she goes all the way to the hole. Bounces off the rim.
Easy look. That's all right.
Devils, though, steal the ball.
Yep.
Still in the half-court set for the Devils. Amelia Elephants with the steal. Ball goes, reverses around. Screening on the weak side is Jada Brown, waiting to flash around. Hamby has it on the wing. To Elephants. Devils get their spacing a little better there.
Oh, get it to her.
Now they go inside to Brown. Brown goes all the way across and finally works hard and gets a basket. Jada Brown with the bucket. Takes the lid off.
Good seal by Jada down low.
Breaks into that 7-point run. Here's a shot from the outside. No good. And there's the buzzer. We have played 1 quarter from the original Rock Island Rock Garden. And your score, the Rocks 10, the Blue Devils 5. And this is Blue Devil basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
1 quarter in the books here from Rock Island as we have the back-to-back. Last year it was the back-to-back Tuesday, Thursday, I believe, after the Blue Devils the boys had lost a game earlier in the season to Rock Island due to weather. So at the end of the season had to play them on a Tuesday and Thursday back-to-back to finish the season. This Thursday and Friday, we're here first for the girls' game, and then tomorrow night it's at Blue Devil Gymnasium as the Rocks will come in, take on the Devils tomorrow night, and that'll be the wrap-up of the boys' side of the Western Big Six.
And that should be a dynamite game with Rocks coming in, ranked 9th in the state, and 18-1. The Blue Devils ranked 1st in the state, 16-1.
Devils had the ball to start off, and immediately a steal, and Jackson takes it in for the layup. Bad way to start off the quarter.
Well, Jackson's the one gal on this team that, rebounds at about 7 a game, very active and playing, and she might be their best. Ooh, tough shot.
Left shot off the side. No good by Nicholson. Rebounded by Ellifritz. Back high. Good from 3. That was Ellifritz who hit it. Byquist went down to the corner, and Mia with the score. That 3-pointer is brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com.
I know I said pass it, but that will open up Jada down low.
1-2-2 for the Devils. Byquist at the point. Hamby and Ellifritz high
Good
post.
steal.
Brown takes it away. All the way down court, Nicholson to Hamby. Hamby tried to go from the left corner to the right block. Ball was touched last by the Rocks, so it will be Blue Devil basketball. 7:06 in the first half.
Too long of a pass there. Left wing down to the baseline. A lot of Rocks in between that.
Ball goes out to the top of the key. Right side. Check that left side. 3-pointer, no good by Byquist. Brown had made the pass. Rocks long pass down to Jackson. Byquist was a step behind, and so for Cameron, it'll be her second foul. First foul of the second quarter, and head to line will be Jackson for the first foul shots of either team. With 6:55 left in the half.
Like I say, Rock Island wants to run down the floor, so we need to control the pace of this game.
Brad Dance standing up, as he always does. First one no good by Jackson. Henry Hall on the other side. Henry was all the way down the far end by the cheerleaders. Our official crew out there, we did not get a list of the names, so not familiar to us, obviously in the Quad Cities. Jackson's second free throw is good. 1 for 2. She's got 3 points in the ball game. Full court pressure being applied by the Rocks. Jada gets it and brings it down herself. Jada fakes, takes it all the way to the hole. No good. She got to the left side but tried to shoot back with her right hand just off the front of the iron.
Tough shot.
Rocks getting inside. Block shot by Nicholson again. Her
4
fifth.
or 5.
6.5. Nicholson
Good
comes
pass.
down. Left corner. Shot from 3. Good. Madeline Hamby hits it. She's got a 3-pointer brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. Jack McKenzie way. Give Nicholson the assist after the block and start of the fast break.
Once again, you get the paint touches, kicking out, stepping into the 3. Good look.
13-11 down by 2. Approaching 6 minutes left in the first half. Stick around, we'll break this one down. Talk about what's happening this weekend with the Blue Devils playing twice at home, 3 times during the week. Devils back in that 1-2-2. Ellifritz at the point now. Also checking in the ball game, Emma Bunch is back. Shot, no good. Brown gets the rebound. I wasn't sure if Emma was back or not because she was not down at Columbia. Number 4 popped up. She has it down on the short corner of the right side, has it blocked away by Hudnall, but it goes out of bounds, Devils basketball. So we got Bunch, Ellifritz, Hamby, Brown, and Nicholson. And Nicholson looks like she's grown just since Christmas.
Oh, she's 6'4" now.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, she looks it. Nicholson was making a cut to the basket. Oh, just outside of her hands. She had to track it down in the corner, but stepped out of bounds She made a good cut from the top right off the screen down to the left block. And the pass was more on her left side towards the sideline and lost it for the Devils.
Well, this is the first time I've seen Bunch, on the floor.
That's the first time she's been played.
Yep.
She's been down the whole season.
Yep.
1-2-2 from the Devils again. Here in the left corner. That's Curry back in the game. Back to the top, Hudnall. You got Bragg and Jackson working the low post, stepping out to the corner.
Good seal by Jada.
Randall's the other player in there.
Good drop down.
Ball thrown away, and right by us, it'll be Blue Devil basketball. Substitution, McNeil will come back in. She'll give Hudnall a break for the Rocks.
And Bunch is only a freshman?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Also, I believe a volleyball player. Might have been one of the conflicts there.
I thought she was hurt.
She was.
Okay.
Up until here just recently.
Yep.
Devils with 4 on the perimeter. Jada's in the high post. Nicholson came to get the ball. Bunch has it. Goes down to Elfritz. Elfritz will come back high.
There's where Jada
from the
needs
free
to
throw
get it
lane.
right there.
Driving in. No good on the shot. Rolls in and out.
If we get those good of shots all the time, we'll be good.
In transition for the Rocks. Randall has the ball in the left corner. Back to Jackson. Devils close it down, but there's a spot in there that Bragg somehow gets the bounce pass, but kicks it back out to Jackson. From the right side, Curry takes the shot. Oh, and Shuri, she missed it, and then she gets it blocked. McNeil had 2 rebounds and 2 block shots, and with that, I believe that is 6 or 7 right now so far in the game.
Well, she needs to do a better, Nicholson needs to do a better job getting inside the person and not trying to block the shot, get the rebound and go.
Foul went on McNeil, her first of Rocky in the second quarter. Brown has it behind the back in the half-court set.
Be
Bunch
patient now.
starts the drive. And Bunch, they call traveling. Either way, she was moving into a double team and was going to get it blocked. I don't know how they called traveling. She started to fall before, but she took the shot and got it blocked. So with 4:22 left in the first half, 13-11, Rocks with the lead and the basketball.
Blue Devils need to be a little bit more patient on the offensive end. Get Jada down low on the block.
Jackson on the perimeter. Right now, McNeil's on the low block. She's got the only one, while 4 of the Rocks on the perimeter. Inside McNeil. She looked opposite, but Ellifert's tipped the pass.
Good job.
Got it to Bunch. Bunch trying to dribble through traffic, and she gets bailed out with a foul from the Rocks. It'll be their second team foul in the second quarter. Foul will go against Randall. Nobody with 2 fouls on their side. Longcourt and Byquist with 2 on the Devils.
It's good getting Bunch back with Medemeyer going on the DL, basically.
Definitely need the bodies.
Yep.
Of course, Bristol Walker's been up. She's more of a post player. Devils throw the ball back high, and nobody was there, out of bounds. So a turnover on the Devils. Lost possession as back in the ball game on the other side. Oh, now she's got number 4. Nikayla Wilkins was number 4, but walked into our gym and wore number 1. So I made her number 1 today. She's wearing number 4 again.
Oh, yeah.
So, awesome. Maybe her uniform was dirty when she came down to us. I'm not sure. Rocks with the basketball at the top. Into the right corner, McNeil. Jada Brown closed down on the man-to-man there. It was the 1-2-2, but she picked up from that corner. Left side, Jackson fires 3, no good. Ball goes out into the far corner. Tracking it down is McNeil. Tried to dribble through. Brown with a little shin, knocked it away. Went up high, and Nicholson gets the rebound after the shot. Here come the Devils down the left side. Hamby steps back. Hamby, good from 3. Madeline was just inside the line. She took that little step back. She hits another 3. Brought to you by Woodmark Building Center. 4th and Seminary Road. Devils lead 14-13.
Hamby's going to have to pick it up with Medemeyer being out for the rest of the year.
Devils back in the 1-2-2. Top of the key. Wilkins shot from 3, no good. Medemeyer kept it alive. Check that. You had Medemeyer in my head.
Oh.
Nicholson kept it alive. Bunch was on the floor, though.
Love Bunch on the floor on that one.
Brown picks up a loose ball, though, and gets it out to Nicholson. And
Count it.
Chloe was starting to fall, and she tripped as she put the ball up off the glass, but it was called a traveling.
Oh, okay.
2:36 left in the half. Devils lead 14-13.
I thought it was a foul with the basket, but
I couldn't tell when she came down that left side that was on the far end. There was contact there, but she was falling down to the floor at the same time and got the ball up on the glass to score.
Oh, yeah.
if you didn't get the travel call. Rocks in the half-court set. Work to the right side. That's Curry. Check that. Randall with the basketball. Back to the top where Jackson. Jackson started off the game down in the block a little bit more. And Randall gets the ball with nobody on her at the top of the key and shuffles the feet. Blue Devils don't mind. It's their basketball. 2:10 left in the first half. Full court pressure being applied, even though it's three-quarter where the ball was inbounded at. Nicholson brings it across with Randall. Skips left side to Hamby. Hamby down in the corner. That's Ellifritz. Ellifritz has Jackson on her. In the high post. Jada Brown fakes one way. Jada goes in. Jada off the glass. No good. Went to the opposite side this time. Wilkins got the rebound for the Rocks. She's getting point blank. She just hasn't got anything to roll there except that one shot. Randall from the left corner, right corner. And another block shot from behind Nicholson. 7/8. We'll go with 7 right now. We'll say that one partial one was not considered.
You might have given that one to Jada there. Either or.
Nicholson on the low block. Bunch throws it inside, then tracks it down on the loose ball. Devils have it. Ellifritz drives in, and a blocking foul on the Rocks. So Mia will go to the line to shoot the free throws for the first time tonight for the Blue Devils. Foul was called on Randall, her second. Third team foul for the Rocks. Blue Devils have 1:21 left in the first half action. There's Jenny Hutton out there in the front row with her Blue Devil sweatshirt on, watching her granddaughter in the first game.
This thing kind of drives me nuts to where you don't have anybody in the lane, at least to tip it out. You know, I mean, you're giving up if you don't have any made shots.
Well,
but once again, you know,
Ellifritz said, hey, I can handle this from my end.
Well,
Mia hits the front.
I'm sorry.
1:21 left in the half. Devils now by 2, 15-13. They're on a nice little 7-point run.
Now, if you got Seth Curry shooting 93%, yeah, send him back. I don't think we're shooting 93.
Ellifritz off the front of the iron on the second one. Rocks have the ball coming down to 1 minute left in the first half. Bragg tries to bring it down the middle. Stopped there by Ellifritz. Goes to the right side. Devils in that 1-2-2 still.
They're doing a good job of staying matched up and talking.
Into the right corner is Bragg. Started to drive.
Job.
She tried to drive on Jada. Jada stopped her. And when Bragg started to back up with the dribble, she dribbled off her own foot. So Blue Devil basketball with 56.9 left in the half. Full court pressure coming out of the Rocks again.
I mean, Jada's out there guarding a 5'9" quick girl that's going, and she moved her feet and stopped her. Great job by Jada.
Inbounded to Nicholson, back to Hamby, and back to Nicholson. She's got Wilkins on her. Across the timeline. Behind the back when she gets in the half-court set. Ellifritz got the ball on the left wing. Ellifritz looked in the high post. Jada wasn't there. She used her one dribble up.
Well, you got bad spacing down there. You got 3 people within 10 feet.
Nicholson drives, kicks it out, short corner, and good by Hamby. Hamby was in that short corner when she saw Nicholson drive in the lane. Give Nicholson the assist, give Hamby the basket.
When Hamby gets her feet set, she go make the basket.
Into the left corner, Wilkins, her 3, no good. Jada
boy.
Brown with another rebound. 17 seconds. Coach is calling out the last play of the quarter and the half.
Let's start our set with about 10 seconds. We should be going now.
Nicholson starts to come in, kicks it back out. Finds Hamby in the left corner, no good for 3. Madeline followed it, picking the ball up though. And throwing a long shot was Jackson. And that's how we'll end the first half. Devils do a great job in the second quarter, outscoring the Rocks 12-3 in that quarter and lead by 4, 17-13.
Yeah, I mean the defense in the second half, in the second quarter, stellar. You know what I mean? If we keep up that sort of pace and make a few shots, I think we'll be okay.
Good first half for the Devils here at Rock Island. And we'll be back in a minute talking more basketball. We'll talk about the first half. It's Blue Devils and the Rocks. Devils lead 17-13. MeccaSportsCo.com.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiberg Insurance at 217-224-7774 and let them help build a Pekin insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Freiberg Insurance in Quincy is your local independent Pekin insurance agency. They're part of the community, and no one knows your insurance needs better than your friends and neighbors. Whether it's business, home, auto, or life, Pekin Insurance and Freiberg Insurance are ready to discuss your specific needs in person. Call them at 217-224-7774 and learn why it's always better to talk insurance with friends.
And back at the Rock Garden edition, the first edition. Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit. Sorry about that. I was actually going to find my audio-only button since we are audio tonight. First half looks like this. Ball game started off. It took us about 3.5 minutes for either team to score. Rocky got the first three-pointer. Quincy High came back with a three-pointer themselves. 7-point run by Rocky. Built up a 10-3 lead before the Devils got a bucket. First quarter's over. It's 10-5. Second quarter, back and forth traded baskets. Rocks hit one basket. We hit a three-pointer. Rocks got a free throw. We hit another three-pointer. You got to love that, 6 for 3 there. And then the Devils went on the last 9 points of the half. Now lead 17-13 at the half. That's pretty good stuff.
Well, definitely not the pace that the Blue Devils want to pay. But, with them, with their injuries, bringing in new people to play, like Bunch, Elfreds.
Well, Mina's got some time, but she'll get more time.
I mean, those two got plenty of playing time, with Medemeyer being out, and she's a key. She is a key, this ball club, especially with her coming off the bench. After the season started, she started, but then they brought her off the bench. She could go in and suffer anybody. They got into foul trouble or wasn't playing well. The coach needs to bring out. I mean, this is a big loss. We're still up 17-13. I think second half we need to get the ball inside, to Jada. She had, 31 first game? I don't know how many she has now, but it ain't very many. We need to go inside to her, let them try, because they don't have anybody to guard her down low. I mean, she gets the ball down the block, with their spin moves, she'll be fine, but, and then when they start double teaming her, then she can kick it out for the wide open looks. So, I think we need to go to Jada second half and build this lead up.
Jada got inside first couple times and missed. She finally hit a bucket. I'd say right now she's probably about 1 for 8.
Yeah, I mean, she's had a lot of good looks, but they haven't gone down. But you need to still go down to her first, and then when they start double teaming, then kick it out for the wide open looks.
Many of her shots started from the high post and then taking the ball to the hole, and just has not been able to complete at the other end out there. And of course, Coach Brown's up in the stands. He's checking things out as well. Hey, the girls are here, of course, tonight for Rocky. This is the only game they've got this week. So after last week, the busy week, and then 2 games on, game on Saturday and Sunday that both went overtime, this is a good week to get a break, especially let Madeline's ankle get taken better. Also let Byquist, she's already been bounced back, but give it a little rest for both those girls on that. And, of course, we lose Kate. Next week, the Devils will come to Geneseo. We were up there earlier in the season for the boys. It'll be our second trip up there. That'll be on the 23rd. That's a week from today at Geneseo. Then on the shootout, the second day, which is the Saturday, it'll be noon at Blue Devil Gymnasium as part of the shootout. The girls, Quincy High Blue Devils, will take on Millard North. So they get to have 2 games there, including the highlight game in there at noon. I believe that's our only girls game in the action. There might be one more, and it might be at Vashon. I believe it's Vashon women play and Vashon men play the same night. Stratman sets that up where there's always a game down there for a team that's coming in as well. And then we get after it, because the next week we go on the 30th. We've got Galesburg at Galesburg. 2 days later, we've got Sterling at Sterling.
Oh, yeah.
And then we come back for the non-conference the following week on Tuesday at Blue Devil Gymnasium, Quincy High's Gymnasium, against QND.
I'll be there.
And QND's not too bad this year as well. So.
Well, I'll be for that game, and then we're going to go to Webster Groves with the Blue Devils next game, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed, on that next night, as we've been down there before. I've been down there before. It's a
I haven't.
Nice little setup, an older gymnasium, and probably be up top, I would imagine, in the middle of the crowd, if I remember right last time. Otherwise, we'll be down on the floor, and that'll be a fun one there, as the Devils are down there. And that year we went down there, we had an unbelievable freshman shooter, I think, if I'm not mistaken, for Webster Groves that could light them up. So it's halftime. The Devils lead 17-13 at the half, and we'll come back, wrap up the halftime show, and also get ready for the action in the second half. It's Blue Devil basketball from the girls' side and Rock Island on megasportsco.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
And back here at halftime is just got a message here. We're talking Notre Dame. And QND beat Rochester 66-31. They are now 18-1. Of course, that one loss, Breeze Central last week. Breeze Central pretty tough. They got to be tough if it was a double-digit, I think it was 13 maybe or 16, the loss on that one. So thank you very much to Frank and Mrs. Cash, who always sends me a box score as well. I like that, too, that Greg Green's checking us out in Springfield. He said, I thought I had video. And you might have if you caught us early before I even got on the air, briefly before the router decided time to quit and send you guys back to the radio call. 17-13. I tell you what, coaches, it started off, both teams played some pretty good defense. Neither team could score, and we were like 3.5 into the game before either team scored, and they both opened up with 3-pointers. Devils, again, had that, well, let's back up. Rocky had that 7-point run in the first quarter. The Devils in the second quarter have a 9-point run that still has not been answered. So let's see the Devils pick it up where they left off at. Foul trouble, none. Longcor has 2, Byquist has 2. Other side, Randall, who came in, has 2 for the Rocks. Wellman and Pettit on this Thursday night. I got to check I'm going to start bringing a calendar, Coach. All the miles and the days just seem to flip over. It was just a week ago, Saturday or Sunday, we had snow, right?
I think so. I don't know.
Not up here, that's for sure.
Shoot, I know up in Rockford, we get back, highs of 2, lows of -10, this weekend.
40 degrees, though, today, and it was nice. Even in Quincy, probably 45.
Well, at 40 with a wind blowing about 20, so it felt like it was about 25.
Rocks get the bell to start off the second half. In the high post is Rice. Check out the rest of the lineup, but before we do, Longcore tips the ball and Jada Brown takes it away.
Good job by Molly on the 2 line.
Let's give you the Devils lineup first. Byquist on the left side. Nicholson on the right. Hamby's in the right corner. Jada Brown's inside.
Oh.
And Nicholson, well, there she is.
There.
Inside to Brown.
Good take. Good.
Brown to Nicholson.
Oh.
Nicholson's shot from the left corner, no good. Comes out to Randall. Rocks get running. Randall takes down the block, has to kick it back out. Bragg has the ball, keeping it on this side. Curry's the other player on the right side. Jackson on the left side. And now coming over is Rice at the top. Let's get it back to the guard.
And the Rocks, they want to run down the floor because they don't have, their biggest girls like 5'9", going against 6'1" and 5'10", 5'11".
At least 7 blocks in that first half for Chloe Nicholson. Inside, she had a couple blocks on a couple transitions.
Oh, yeah.
A minute through the third quarter right now. Devils in that 1-2-2 with Byquist at the top. Hamby and Longcore at the high post. Low is Nicholson and Brown. Ball passed to the opposite block. That was where Miley Longcore was. Long pass. Madeline looking like she can tell her ankle was working her way to get to that ball. Right side. Fakes the shot. Takes it in. Takes the shot from 12. No good. Longcore. Rocks get the rebound.
Longcore's a lot better when she sets up and lets it go.
She had the pull up on
instead
there.
of off the dribble.
From the right side, Jackson. 1-2 still from the Devils. On the right side, Jackson now. Checks at Bragg. Bragg has Hamby on her. Bragg has it tipped away from Hamby. Hamby had the deflection. Then Nicholson had it taken away from her, but getting on the floor on her knees was Jada Brown with a steal.
Patience, ladies. Get it to the big girl. There we go.
Short corner, the left side.
Oh,
inside,
another
cutting.
one.
Brown misses the shot. Here come the Rocks the other way. Jackson finds Bragg. Nicholson with a block shot. Out of bounds after a lost touch by Longcore. Miley puts her hands up like, wait a minute, I had the ball. It was knocked out of my hands. But it will go to the other side as Bragg gets a break and Hutnall comes back in for the Rocks.
Jada's just having one of those games offensively where she's had 4 or 5 shots rolling out.
Curry takes it from the right side for the Rocks. No good. Rebound inside for the Devils. That was Byquist.
Pushing in the middle. There you go.
Nicholson in transition. Right side to Longcore. Man-to-man still coming from the Rocks. Flashing over. I'm not sure what that was.
3-second call?
Wow, I don't see that much. The only time we saw that was that 3-point shot. Where was that at, Coach? We had a 3-point, looked like a 4-point play, and we were worried. It was at Moline, I believe.
Yep.
And we were worried we fouled, and it was a 3-second call on Moline as they drilled the shot from outside.
Yep.
5:22 left in the third quarter. Rocks with the ball. Inside to Hudnall. She kicks it out to the right side for 3. No good on the shot.
Got to get the rebound.
Hudnall tipped that ball. Gave it back to Rice. Rice went in, missed the shot as she shot and hit the underscore of the backboard. Here come the Devils. Devils work right side back to the top of the key. Nicholson with Curry on her. Chloe works to the right side. Chloe spins around, now through her legs. Left-hand pass over here to the left side. Longcore starts the drive, but it's tipped from behind Jackson. And as soon as Jackson tipped it, she took off knowing that she was going to get the pass down court, and Jackson does.
Another one-handed pass that got intercepted.
And that broke that 9-point run that we had going back to the first half. In transition, left side.
There we go.
Inside Hamby to the left wing. Longcore for 3. Give Hamby the assist. Longcore hits another 3, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. 12th and Seminary Road. A quick timeout. We'll stay here with 4:27 left in the third. Devils lead 20-15 as it took us again, like the first quarter, it took us about 3.5 minutes before anybody scored. Same way in the second half. We get the bucket on the other end from Jackson and then turn around and Longcore hits the 3 on this end. That's our 4th three-pointer. Check that 5th three-pointer of the game. Ellifritz has 1, Longcore has 2, and so does Hamby.
Well, once again, Longcore getting set up. I like her shot, when she's set up and shooting the ball. But if she's off the dribble, I think her percentage goes way down.
Depending if she goes all the way to the basket or if, again, she pulls up for a shot. And if it's contested, obviously, like that last one was.
Well, that last one wasn't contested. She was sitting out here. They drove to the lane, kicked it out. She got into it and shot it real quick. Good shot. good shot for her. But off the dribble, when she's like 2-3 dribbles and then bouncing back to hit the three, that's a tough shot.
Out of the timeout, 4:27 left in the half. Check that, the third quarter. Devils lead 20-15. We already had a halftime here. No sense to have a second one. Devils will get in that 1-2-2. Still with Byquist, Longcore, and Hamby up high.
Oh.
Hamby tipped it away from Curry briefly. Now it goes inside, quickly back out. Jackson kicked it out. Rice started to make a drive. Now Rice gets the ball inside. Brown's right there. Brown blocks the shot this time. Jada's got a couple. We know that Nicholson has at least 7.
Good seal job.
In transition, left corner, Miley Longcore.
Oh, there we are, right
down
there.
to the block. Brown, turnaround shot. No good off the glass. Double team was coming. Another one of those just bounced off. Jackson in transition, misses. Hudnall comes down as a trailer, and she gets it, kicks it back out, but there was a foul on the pass back from inside, and the first one for the Devils in the second half.
Last one by Jada was a little bit contested down here on the block, but, that's something that, normal night, that goes in.
Cam got her third foul on that one, so she's out. And the inbounds play, Curry standing on the left side for 3. Nobody closed down on her. She hits a 3, her first points of the game. It's 20-18 Devils. Devils in the half-court set. Hamby on the right side, being guarded by Curry. Through the legs, she's in the corner. Trying to push away and still dribble. She gets it to Elifritz. She finds Chloe right in front of us in the corner. No good off the front of the glass. Ball hit the front of the iron and jumped over to the weak side, but now Jada Brown steals the dribble. Jackson was dribbling the ball. Now we try to throw the long pass cross court, and I believe Hudnall's going to get called for. Both number 14s were going for it. Longcourt could have been called for her third, but Hudnall will be called for it. It is her second, and I thought that was only the first foul as well. They had one already up a minute ago on each team. Now they leave it there because they knew they were one ahead. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Devils lead 20-18 with the basketball. Now we've got a hand check on the far side. Nicholson was starting to break to the basket. That's going to be Randall, and if it's on Randall, it's her third. Randall came off the bench in the first half. She had 2 fouls in the first. Devils with the ball on the baseline. Longcourt triggers it. Nicholson on the wing. There's a great cut and one possibilities. Jada gets this one. Longcourt flashed to the high post. Jada set the screen for her, and then Jada released. Nicholson from the right wing gets the assist, and Jada gets the basket. She'll have a chance at the blue-collar 3.
Finally winning the basket for her.
She needs to have somebody foul her for the and one. No good on that.
And then she missed it.
Foul was called on Jackson. It's her second and the third, so they did catch up there.
Well, that's all right. Let's keep doing the same thing.
Inside 3 minutes of the third quarter. Devils back man-to-man. On
Good
the dribble, back
closeout
to the
by
top.
Hamby.
Curry goes to Randall on the right side. Curry and Randall up high. On the left side is Jackson, who has the ball now. Being guarded by her numeral counterpart, number 23. Randall gets the ball, and again, the ball goes out as there was a double team. Randall hits a 3-pointer from the left side. Devils lead cut to 1. Mia Elifritz right in front of us. She's got McNeil on her. There's that one-hand pass. It was for Nicholson, but Longcourt saved it. Triple team inside on Brown. Comes out to Hamby. Back to the top, no good. Ball was tipped around by Jackson. Jada tried to reach out and grab it, but Randall picks it away for Rock Island. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Left corner, shot, good. Did a 360 from the corner around the rim, but it counts the same way. Curry has 2 threes in a row. Rocky takes the lead, 24-22. Nicholson with a dribble. Rock's man-to-man. Randall tries to stop her. Nicholson shot no good. And
no
Brown
foul.
Gets the rebound, takes it up with the left hand. Jackson, as you heard Coach call out, but it will be Devils ball either way.
Referee smiled at me. I almost said blow the whistle, but
138.
Jesus.
Coach thinks he's coaching again.
Oh, my goodness.
Longcourt to get it in.
That was a foul.
Went to Hamby. Now back out to Nicholson to set the offense. She gets a screen. It was a pick and roll. And on the roll, help from the Rocks knocked the ball away because nobody picked up Jada. It became a double team on Chloe.
Question for you. How many fouls we have in the whole game? I don't think these guys have blown the whistle enough.
We've got 5. They've got
3?
9.
Oh, okay.
Longcore went hard to the hole. McNeil was there with Bragg.
Good take by Molly.
We'll see who they give it to.
No shots?
22. That's going to be Bragg. That'll be Bragg's first. That'll be the 4th team foul for the Rocks in the third quarter with a minute 27. Check that, 26 left. 3 of the Devils are on the other end. Now the official puts it on the ground. Miley picks it up, and Chloe comes down. That was partially blocked there. Jackson just happened to be there at the side when Chloe had a great look and just barely touched the ball. Rocks in transition. Hudnall in the left corner. High arching shot. Went all the way over the basket. McNeil caught it, but then blocking the shot from behind was Nicholson. At least her 8th, if not 9th. She's going to have a double-digit blocks tonight.
Triple-double, maybe.
Right side, Hamby. Good job by Jada Brown tracking it down on the roll. Now Jada's got it. Jada goes in strong off the glass. Jada works through 3 of the Rocks on that one. Jada now with 6 points, and the Devils tie the ball game up 24-24.
I like to see Jada get out there at the elbow. Oh, good rebound.
Good tip by Longcore to Nicholson on that one. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. We're tied at 24. Hamby in transition. She's on the right wing.
And every time Jada gets down on the block, they're double teaming her.
Hamby passes the right side. Longcore skips all the way over here to the left side. Taking one step in. Good job there. Give the assist to Longcore. Give Nicholson her first basket of the ball game as she hits the little J from the short corner on the left side.
Good pass, good control shot.
Jackson has the ball with 8 seconds left for the Rocks.
Let's get a stop here.
Curry drives baseline. Partial block from behind. We can't give her a block.
Good rebound.
Longcore gets it though. Hamby. And Hamby gets it at half court. The buzzer goes before she can shoot. So after 3 quarters here from Rock Island, it's the Blue Devils 26, the Rocks 24. It's Blue Devil basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
3 quarters in the book here from Rocky. I'm listening. I hear it. Back in Quincy, the song we play between the third and fourth quarter, either at Blue Devil Gymnasium or Quincy High, as we are 26-24, Devils lead by 2.
That's our guy up there that drove the Quincy High boys on Tuesday.
A lot of people up there. Brad Longcore the first up there. The Nicholson's grandparents, as they're here throughout the season. They've been everywhere. BL2, as we call him. Got a good picture of BL1 and BL2 from Moline that I sent them.
Well, we got to do the try. BL1, 2, and 3 and get that picture out on there. That'd be good.
8
Maybe
minutes
we'll
up.
do that Friday night.
Fourth quarter, Devils will start with the basketball. They have a 2-point lead. And the ball's passed to the right side, right through Cameron's hands. Coach Dan says, what did we just do? With 8 seconds into the quarter, turn the ball over. Byquist, Hamby, Longcore at the top of the 1-2-2. Nicholson and Brown down in the low blocks.
Not a good sign with only a 2-point lead in the fourth quarter starting.
In the low block is Rice. Back to the top it goes. That's Jackson. Wilkins over on the left side as well. Ball tries to go to the right side. It went through 3 hands, and it went through 3 of the hands of the Devils. Grabbing that ball was Bragg, and when Bragg got down to the block, she got Nicholson in the air and scored. Byquist with a shot. No good, but Byquist with a save. Good job by Cam. Ball goes right side. And this time they're not going to let Nicholson use her height as she was behind the player on the second shot from the right side. And for Chloe, it's only going to be her first foul of the whole ball game.
Well, good rebound, good kick out, good shot, just missed it. You know, you got to keep doing those same things, you know, this whole fourth quarter.
26-26, 1 minute into the fourth quarter. That means there's 7 minutes left. 4 on the perimeter. Jackson at the point. Bragg on the right side. Ooh, almost a travel. Double team comes. Ball has to come back out. Rice will pass it inside. Going up for the shot. Jada Brown blocks this shot. of Jackson's. Long outlet pass. Hamby up with the left. Good job by Madeline. Take it to the hole and scores. Madeline's got 10 points in the ball game.
Good job on transition offense, getting the rebound, pushing it out for the, I wouldn't say easy layup, but a good layup.
She had help coming behind too, so she took one player and had another Rock waiting to help out. Right side, Jackson tried to throw a one-hand pass. Loncourt on the opposite block with a steal.
One-hand passes don't work. We found that out tonight.
On both sides.
Oh, good
Loncourt
pick. Good
through
job.
everybody. Miley,
Ooh.
nobody stops her all the way down the
Good
floor. Miley goes in. The ball rolls around the rim one time, but Miley gets the bucket. She has 8 now, and the Devils have opened up a 4-point lead, and we'll take a break. 6:16 left. 30-26, Devils lead, and it's Blue Devil basketball on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7774. Go Devils.
And we are back here at the Rock Garden, the original Rock Garden. 6:16 left in this one. Devils lead 30-26.
Well, I mean, first game was, what, a 22-point win for the Blue Devils down our gymnasium, beginning of the year. You can see that Rock Island has made a lot of progression, in their team and getting better, and playing up here at home. This is going to be a battle the rest of the game.
They look good against us, and of course, after they left Quincy High's gymnasium, they went on a 6-game winning streak. Rocks had the basketball. Devils had the lead.
Oh.
Bragg was left
matched.
wide open inside.
Well, when you play that 1-2-2, you got to stay matched up, with who you got and whatever. That's way too easy.
30-28, Devils have the lead in the basketball. Miley picked the ball up. Bragg almost got her. Nicholson comes to help. Jada's in the high post, trying to post up. Ball comes left side. Madeline Hamby. Good from 3. Hamby in the left corner. Madeline hits her third 3 of the ball game. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. Go see Kevin today.
Well, when she gets sets up and get a good open look, banked it in.
And that was Randall, I believe, as soon as she moves that braid.
Yep.
She banks in a 3 from on high. She did get a 3 in the third quarter, but that baby there, I didn't hear any bank calls. Now they come down here to take care of the net. On this end, of course.
Very famous name in Rock Island basketball, Randall.
Indeed. We've had a chance to talk to one of the uncles a couple years in a row when he's up there working it, telling us about his nephew, I think, was in the G League at that time.
Yep.
33-31, Devils with the lead. Pressure coming down the court. Jada gives it up to Nicholson in the half-court set. Over to Byquist. She's in the right corner. And then ball goes pass, long pass between Loncourt and Hamby. And Hamby couldn't get it anyway because it was down around her feet, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Put Jada down on the block, or let's do pick and roll with Nicholson and Jada.
Well, first of all, let's get closer on our passes and know where we're throwing the ball and making sure somebody's coming to get it. 5 minutes left in this one. Devils still lead, 33-31. 4 on the perimeter. Wilkins was inside. Wilkins goes over the left side. Now Bragg goes in. Oh, nice block shot there from Jada Brown. Then she turned before she got smacked. But then the outlet pass came up short, and Rice stole it away. Trying to get Hamby again, but we didn't throw it far enough out in front of her. Actually, basically threw it to Bragg.
Every possession is very, very important in this game.
Spin move inside, had to come back out. Randall fires the 3, hits it. Randall's got 3 threes in the second half, and a 34-33 lead for the Rocks. Devils in transition. Chloe pulls up 16 feet. No good. Hustling in the far corner was Byquist, but she saved it on the way out of bounds.
Tough shot.
Now it's 5-on-4. Nicholson reaches in on Bragg all the way to the hole. And I believe Nicholson was behind her. Jada's going to commit the foul, I think, on the drive as we wait for the official to make the call there. If it is on Jada, it's her first foul of the whole ball game. And it is Jada's first, the second of the fourth quarter. We have 2, and on the other side, 0. for the Rocks. Free throw, no good. The first one for Bragg. 1 for 2 in the first half for the Rocks. For the Devils, 0 for, check that. In the first half, 1 for 2. For the Devils, now 1 for 3. Second one is good. 35-33. Devils are down by 2 with the basketball. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Nicholson across the timeline. Crossover dribble. You got Rice over here for weak side help on any lob that goes into Jada. Good passes around to the left side. Nothing's there, so Miley Loncourt will send it back to the left. Jada's trying to get big inside.
That's why I said you get Jada up at the elbow, let her make her dribble, spin, and go.
Jada with a drive, sends it over to the right side. Nicholson sends it cross court with a skip pass. Here's Loncourt driving to the hole.
Take.
No good. Ball's tipped around. Randall grabs it. Here come the Rocks the other way. And Rice goes all the way to the hole. Hamby was playing passive on that one. Rice went ahead and took it to the hole. And then if you're either going to foul or you back away, Madeline was in between. And so for Madeline, her first foul. So we only have one foul on her and Brown and Nicholson, who have been playing some pretty good defense out there tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've only given up 37 points. You just got to figure out how to put the ball in the basket.
Long off the back of the iron, came out in front of the basket, and Bragg grabbed it. Rocks have the ball again.
Every possession is very important, offensively and defensively. In the last 3 minutes, down by 4.
Byquist tips the pass coming from the left corner back to the wing, right to Coach Henry Hall. Rocks will get the basketball while they tie his shoe on the right side. Rice and Randall. Wilkins in the left corner. Right corner is Hudnall. Jackson's over here on the right wing. Check that. That's Bragg. Jackson's taking a break right now. Hudnall on the right wing, 24 feet from the basket. Back to the top, Wilkins. She was picked up. Byquist tipped the ball briefly. Bragg gets through. Now throws it out to a weak left side. Randall's there. The shot's no good. Tipped around, comes out to the free throw line. Double team right there, Byquist and Hamby. I'm not sure if we had a timeout or if we had a foul. The official says he's putting it 5 seconds. All right, well, he is saying that he got the call first on the timeout before any fouls, so that saves the Devils because we had Byquist up there with 3 fouls. Hamby was up there with 1 foul, so nobody got a foul on that play. 2:54 left. Devils find themselves down 37-33, and they've given up the last 9 points. They were up 33-28 by 5. We gave up 2 threes in a row. Both came from Randall. Then we had the Bragg free throw, 1 of 2. And then behind that, Rice hit a bucket but missed the 3. But Rocks got the offensive rebound.
Well, we've got to do a better job, on the offensive end coming down. I don't think we've had a good possession the last 3, 4, 5 possessions, to where, quick threes, challenge threes, bad passes, not a good job, on the offensive end executing.
Devil will be back man-to-man. Byquist matching up with Randall. Into the corner. McNeil passes it inside to Hudnall. Turns on Hamby. 3 players were there. Thrown right into the face of Jada Brown, so she gets the steal.
Oh.
Nicholson went down. It was a 2-on-1. And, Nicholson had the defense on her, and she saw Loncourt at the opposite block and made the pass. You, again, would like for her to finish, but the Rocks do foul. Their first foul of the fourth quarter with 2:33 left. Jackson comes back into the ball game. Hudnall goes out. Also back in the game is Curry. Curry hit 2 3-pointers in the third quarter. They got 5 in the second half. 3 by Randall and 2 by Curry. They land to 3. Inside, good pass. Jada Brown shot it over the basket from the left block to the right. Rocks, long pass. Rice shoots it, hits the end of the basket again. The second time she's done that. Loncourt with the rebound in the half-court set now. Coming around the double team, look for a pick and roll, but Jackson takes it away. Jackson goes in. Jackson hits the score. We had the double team coming up. We didn't get rid of the ball quick enough. Jackson steals it. Now a 6-point lead by the Rocks.
2 minutes to go.
Here's the pick and roll now into Jada. She pulls up for the shot. Rattles in and out. Byquist gets the rebound. Zips out here in the left corner. Nicholson for 3. No good. Rebound on the weak side is Jackson. Jackson's going to take the dribble all the way down. Tries to shuffle the one-hand pass, and what's it do? Longcore might have had a bit of it, but it hits Bragg in the head from the one-hand skip pass, or the one-hand shuffle pass from the waist.
Well, we need to get a good shot this trip down, whether it be a 2 going to the basket, or a good look at 3, on a kick in and kick out. We need to execute offensively here in the last minute 37.
Nicholson out high. Kicks it over to Longcore. Longcore from the right side. No good from 3. Randall tracked it down. Trying to stop her is Jada Brown at half court. Now Nicholson and her both are there. Ball gets into Curry in the right corner. Randall makes a cut. Longcore did a great job of coming over. Randall ran into Longcore, and it was almost like a brick wall.
Well,
she fell out of bounds, and the ball goes to the Devils.
Devils got a little bit lucky on that one.
That could have been Miley's 3rd foul. Full court pressure being applied now. Pass it with 1:15 left. Devils got to get the scoring column.
Well,
Longcore.
moreover, hit it.
Left side.
Yeah.
Nicholson for 3.
There we go.
Longcore gets the assist. Nicholson off the left side hits the 3-pointer, her first of the night. A quick timeout, and that 3-pointer brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. When you get over to check out your kitchen or your bathroom or any of your projects, go in and see Kevin. And that stopped that 11-point run by the Rocks with that 3-pointer, and it makes it a 39-36 lead for the Rocks. Yeah, that first half we only gave up 2 threes for the Rocks. Third quarter, 3 of them. And the thing was, Randall and Curry were on the weak side, so by the time the ball got there, our defense was in and never got back out to contest any of those shots. And then Randall hit 2 more in the fourth quarter.
Well, you got to make sure that, on the rebounds, once again, getting the offensive rebounds, because I think we've had a little bit of problem here in the second half with them getting the offensive rebounds, kicking it out for the wide open looks. We got to do a better job on the offensive glass, and then, gosh, I always say, on a 1-2-2, you got to make sure you make contact with your person, whether if they're out at the 3-point line or whatever. Then you turn around and look, and if your person's out there at the 3-point line, you probably ain't going in too far. So you stay right with them and challenge the shots, because they've had 2 or 3 wide open looks, for the 3-point line. But we've had way too many empty offensive possessions, here in the second half.
The Rocks have gotten it inside our 1-2-2 a couple times as well with bounce passes.
Oh, yeah.
In front of the basket. 1 minute left. Randall has the ball for the Rocks. Man-to-man, Byquist is picking her up.
Ball pressure. Let's get after it.
There it is to Rice. Looking to help out. It's Brown.
Oh.
They pass it in. Hamby got a piece of it.
Oh.
And down on the block, trying to pass it back out was Bragg. Hamby came down to foul. For Madeline, it's her 2nd foul of the second half. 4th foul against the Devils in the quarter. 1 on the other side for the Rocks. So 52.3. Any more fouls for us is 2 shots for the Rocks. We're down by 3.
We still got to be aggressive here. Oh.
Bounce pass right through the zone, right by us. Ball's on the right wing. Driving out in front, Rice.
Oh.
Brown blocks the shot and whistled for a foul. Jada let her get to the side of her. The shot was blocked on the opposite block. The call was made out on this one. Either way, it's going to be 2 shots, so Rice will shoot 2. She missed her only one a moment ago, trying to complete a blue-collar 3.
Now, depending on if we make 1 or 2, you got to push the ball up, at least get 2 go to the hole. Ooh, good.
Rice misses the first. 4 Devils in the lane. You got Brown and Nicholson down low. Hamby and Byquist with the sandwich between the Rocks.
Make sure we box out.
Second one does go in.
Quick 2 here, and then get after it defensively. Let's go.
Devils down by 4.
There we go.
Byquist.
There
dribbles.
we go.
Byquist all the way to the
There,
hole.
oh.
Byquist went hard against the mat. She's hurt a little bit there. She missed the shot with a little contact. And then on the other end with 34.3, Devils have to foul. So Jackson ahead of the line to shoot 2. That's just what you wanted to do, Coach, was get the layup. Cam was going hard. I know there wasn't a lot of contact, but enough to send her from the basket to the baseline to about 8 to 10 feet to the padded wall.
That could have possibly been a 3-point play, if they're going to the hole that hard, and I thought when she got up in the air, she got hit on the hip a little bit, and made her off balance. So,
well, we don't watch sometimes don't watch that. They watch the hand, but that one there was 50-50. First one, Jackson made it. Jackson makes another one. She's 3 out of 4 tonight.
Okay, we need a 3 now.
42-36 with
Drive
30
down,
minutes left. 30
drive
seconds.
and kick.
We try to go inside to a cutting Jada Brown. Jada was double teamed when we tried to get her cut into the basket. We looked automatically thinking she was going to be open. So 26.4 and the old 2-shot foul. So we'll head the other way. Jackson's going to be on the line again, and she's 3 for 4 on the night.
I'm going to tell you what, this is a learning process for this young Blue Devil team. You know what I mean? You've got a freshman, 2 freshmen, 3 sophomores playing a lot of minutes, and your senior leadership hurt. This is a good, okay, yeah, we need to, straighten this out a little bit.
Jackson hits another free throw. Made her last 3, made her last 4. Going back to the first one she missed this one. Nicholson gets the rebound, 25 seconds.
Still need a 3.
From the left side, Byquist fakes a 3, now steps into the 3. No good. Ball was so hard that went right by Jada, she couldn't get it. And Longcourt comes down to bump, but made a little too much contact, so we had 85 feet the other way. Longcourt is going to commit her 3rd foul. Boy, we're point blank on those. Cameron's shot, she did have a good look as she put it up and then got around her, but she had to take the shot.
Well, there's been 4 or 5 good looks tonight to where, we're at the rim, and finishing and don't get fouled and they don't go in. That's what I look at. If you're going to the rim and you get fouled and you go to the free throw line, good. You go to the rim and you don't get fouled and you miss it, you got to finish those.
Lots of free throws here. Second one, no good. Down to 12 seconds. Nicholson pulls up from the right side for 3. Good from 3 and a timeout. Coley pulls up from just behind the arc. Defense was coming up. Still down by 5, 44-39 with 7.6. And you look at that, Coach, that 11-point run, Devils were up 33-28, gave up an 11-point run, found themselves down 39-33. We hit the 3-pointer, got us within 6, but then gave up 5 free throws, but it was 5 out of 8 for the Rocks, who built up the 8-point lead, and after that 3, takes it back down to 5. So,
well, when you're behind in the game at that time, you've got to make the fouls and, hope they miss it and come down, and run some sets and get some open looks.
Well, we need a Reggie Miller type moment.
Well, yeah.
Where, you scored, 7 or 9 points in less than 30 seconds or something?
I think it was like 1.3 seconds or something.
Yeah, it was
weird
wild.
Stuff like that.
Ball was inbounded. Immediately a foul was 6.6. Byquist and Longcourt both there. See who they put it up on. And it will be on Byquist. Doesn't really matter. It's 4th foul. Now it's 6.6. You need 5 points. And you got 2 shots here coming from range. First time she's been at the charity stripe. In and out of the first one.
Too close.
We need a couple people out here in the back, too, at half court, because you get the rebound or you take the ball out of bounds. We got to be able to make it a couple passes down court. For us to get a rebound and to get down court.
Well, and that's the one thing that when you look at this, they've got 2 gals in the middle, so you got to keep 3 or 4 gals up here instead of 2 back here. When the Blue Devils shoot free throws, they got them down here. You know what I mean? 4 of them down here, so it's like, yeah, okay. You miss it, we're good.
Randall hits the second one, so 45-39. Ball inbounded Longcourt. Wow, a foul you don't want to commit, but they've got 4 fouls to give. So Bragg with the foul, only her second in the ball game, and only the second on the Rocks. So they can pretty well foul the rest of the way out and never give us a shot.
I'd like to see Molly Longstaff from 3 and get 3 free throws. That'd be good.
In the backcourt, Nicholson. Nicholson pulls up from 22. No good. Brown gets it, puts it up, but it was before. No, it was after the horn. And that's how this baby's going to end, folks. Devils had that 5-point lead. Rocks go on a run. And we knew they were going to be, they're dangerous no matter what, but dangerous on their home floor. And the Devils come away with a loss here after a couple good weekends to, I think, 2 teams that are probably better than than the Rocks
Oh,
are.
yeah.
Taking nothing away from the Rocks, by the way.
Well, the Rocks have had, they've played a hell of a schedule. Excuse my French, okay? But, you lose to Morton twice. You lose to Dixon. You lose to Normal Community. You lose to Galesburg. Sterling, they played a tough schedule. You know what I mean? Morton's ranked 4th, I think, in 3A. So you knew this was going to be a tough battle tonight, up here on their floor, and gosh, we just fell a little bit short tonight.
Well, and you talk about when we start the second round, the way Rock Island thinks of this, hey, we lost down there. We've got to take care of our own floor, and they did tonight. I thought the Devils, they got to the line late because we had to foul and put them on the line. I'll tell you how many free throws in the post game on that one. But kind of a disappointment to the second round after a great weekend to lose a game like this.
Yeah, we played two really, really good teams, down at the Sophie Cunningham Classic and, battled against both of them. Tonight, one so good.
Indeed. Well, that'll do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Stick around. We've got the Hardy's post-game show. We'll also talk to Coach, and that's from the Cunis coach's comments. And we'll pick a player of the game from our side, and that is Freiburg Insurance Agency. But the final here from the original Rock Island Rock Garden. I'm not sure if they called it the Garden back then, but it is definitely Rock Island's original gym. Second half starts up, and Western Big Six, the Rocks get the victory on this one, 45-39, as the Devils lose their first one in the second half for the Western Big Six. We got to turn right around and pick this one up next week against Geneseo. Hey, join us in the postgame show one more time. The regular portion is done, and the Rocks beat the Devils 45-39, and you've been listening to Blue Devil Basketball right here on megasportsco.com.
At Blessing Health, our podiatrists and podiatric surgeons understand the importance of getting you back on your feet. When you experience foot or ankle pain or injuries, our team of experts is dedicated to restoring your mobility and relieving your pain. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome back to Rocky. It's the postgame show brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. Brian Harms and company out there. As we break down this one, started off 3.5 minutes before anybody got some scoring going on. Rocky hit a 3, Devils hit a 3. Rocky put up 7 in the first quarter in a row to get up 10-3. Devils got the last bucket of the quarter, and it was 10-5. Devils down after the first. Second quarter, the Devils down 13-8. Picked up a 9-point run and took a 17-13 lead in at the half. Third quarter, trading back and forth, and we got down to the end of the third quarter. It was Blue Devils 26, Rocky 24, as we were questioning that there. I did get that right. Devils were up by 2. And then we get to the fourth quarter, and once we had that 33-28 lead, it was an 11-point run by Rocky, who got up by 6. Devils hit a 3-pointer to make it within 3. But then the Devils were forced to foul. 5 out of 8 free throws were hit by the Rocks, 44-36. Devils hit a 3-pointer. That was Chloe Nicholson, and made it 44-39. And then a 1-for-2, last 2 free throws from the Rocks made it 45-39. And for the Devils, they'll be 13-7 now, 4-4 in the conference. For Rock Island, they will now be 9-11 and 3-5 in the conference, still behind the Devils by a game, but that tightens it up between us, Rock Island, and Moline. Of course, we're done at Moline as we picked that one up earlier, so that one's over there. And we put the girls in the Rock Island in the books, too, as the last time we'll play the Rocks for the girls' side this year.
Road wins, you know, in the Western Big Six, whether it's on the boys' side or the girls' side, of the utmost importance. You know, we were just a little bit short tonight. Rocky played tough. Rocky played tough. We didn't hit our little gimmies. There was 4 or 5 shots that we could have made, that I thought would have, helped out tremendously, in this ball game. But, gosh, I mean, this is a tough one here.
Well, and the Devils did do a good job. They stayed in the 1-2-2. Mainly, they stayed in the zone for the simple fact of if you're in the zone, you should be able to play defense without fouling too much. And they did do that. We did have Longcore and Byquist with 2 fouls each in the first half.
Yeah.
On the other side, it was only Randall. And really, we didn't get into foul trouble till later on because we had the foul out on there. So that worked out okay with just too many weak side 3-pointers that were up there that we didn't get back, I guess basically the zone shifted too far and sunk in too far. And there were a couple times inside. A few more offensive rebounds, but those were basically long rebounds, short rebounds, missing air balls that went right into the girls' hands. But you still, as we mentioned, you got to find your player and find a body. Especially in the zone, it's even harder because you're not playing somebody man-to-man and bodying up. You got to go find a person.
Well, that was the hardest thing that playing the zone, in high school, the 2-3. College, I went 1-2-2, against the junior college guys. It's like, I'm sitting on the sideline. Who you got? Who you got the whole time? Because, you still got to be matched up in the zone to make sure that you rebound out of that. Because if you turn around and look at the basket, in college, there's going to be some 6'6" dude there jamming it down. But it's the same concept here to where, you got to make sure you get a body on everybody. You got to make sure that, we had too many empty possessions, offensively.
Indeed.
Not getting good looks, making lazy passes, the cross-court stuff. I don't think we had too many turnovers, but the looks we were getting, off the dribble, shooting threes, those are tough shots. I don't care who you are. Those are very tough shots. So,
Indeed.
It's like, the better we do and going inside, then kicking out, stepping into the three, same way with the boys. That's the way you have to do it, to be successful in this game.
Well, let's break down the scoring first of all. For the Rocks, who win this ball game, become 9-11, 3-5 in the conference. They were led 11 points. Amaya Jackson, she had a lot of those late in the ball game. She was very active in the first half. I'm surprised she only had 1 bucket in the first half. She had 11, 10 points out of Jordan Randall off the bench, 7 points from Bragg. Bragg had 19 in the last game, so he kept her down. 6 from Curry. Those were the 2 3-pointers in the third quarter. 5 from Leahy all early in the ball game. Ella Leahy on that one. We dropped down to 3 points, and that was Layla Rice, 2 free throws and a bucket. And then Hudnall hit a 3-pointer way back in the first quarter, and that rounds out the 45 for the Rocks. On the other side for the Devils, they were led by Madeline Hamby. She had 15, including three threes. Actually, she might have only had 9. Maybe she had 13, but the math sure did seem right there. Let me double-check that for us, Coach. There you go. She had 13, excuse me. So for those keeping the official book out there, 13 points out there. 8 points out of Longcore, 8 points out of Nicholson, 6 points from Brown, and 4 points from Ella Fritz. That rounds it out. Of course, Byquist was in the game but did not score. And Emma Bunch got in the first half as well and did not score. And joining us now is Coach Dance. And obviously not what we wanted to see up here. And was one of those games, as we put our fingers onto it, it seemed like a lot of Jada's shots rolled out. She had a tough shooting night inside. We had a lot of weak side passes that the Rocks later in the second half hit 3-pointers on. And then, of course, we had to foul late on that. But from your take over there at the sideline, what did you see out of the Devils tonight?
I wasn't real happy with the overall effort and execution. We spent a lot of time yesterday going over our offense, and I'm not sure what we were doing out there at times, and it was a little bit frustrating. We talked a little bit about it after the game, about how we need to get refocused, whether it's in practice, whether it's in game, and the talent's there. We've just got to keep working and plugging away. Yeah, people are going to have bad night shooting, things like that. We still had chances to win the game. We had numerous opportunities. We were still up. But then we stopped executing the way we were supposed to. So we were doing things that we don't normally do. Early in the game, we settled for a lot of 3-point shots, and they weren't going. There's nights like that, but that's why I told the girls, we've got to make sure that we execute better. The little things that we're doing wrong now magnified into big things tonight, and that was very obvious.
Well, at the end of the half, we ran 9 points off to get that 17-13 lead. In the game, we had a 33-28 lead, and that's where 11 points from the other side, but we hit a 3, and it was within 3. But that's where we just couldn't get over the hump, and it seemed like we had to foul because they made 5 out of 8 free throws down the stretch there. So, we start off the second round here, and, of course, the Rock Island team, we talked about how much better they are, but I would not put them in the same class as Principia Stratford.
No, it was a totally different look of our girls today, and it was, like I said, it was one of those where, obviously we're adjusting the lineup a little bit here and there, but that's what it's going to be from here on. So the ones that are out there have to do a better job of executing, and I do want to say I was very proud of Maddie, the way she played tonight. And I didn't know what we'd get, if anything, out of her, and I thought she was very good for us offensively, and I thought she, defended pretty well on her end defensively. And then when Mia and Emma had to come in a second quarter and play basically the entire second quarter because of foul trouble, they did a really good job defensively for us. And, I think we only gave up 3 points that second quarter. So.
Yeah, I was going to go with Ham because as good as she was. And then early in the game, Chloe Nicholson was getting close to almost 10 blocks in the first half. I think she had 7 or 8 blocks around the basket. So they weren't getting inside. And we did get inside. And, again, we know there's going to be those moments where you just can't get one to go. And it seemed like Jada couldn't get one to fall. And he rolled off one side, rolled off the other side. So,
and then it gets in her head a little bit, and you can tell she was frustrated. She'll bounce back, and, we'll keep working at it. I know, she's a great kid, great player. So I've got confidence in her. I'm not worried about that.
Well, the nice thing you do have is a week off before the next game. So for those injuries, whether it's ByQuest, who ran into the wall here, a little contact, it was more her momentum. Yeah. But you get ByQuest in there, and you also get Hamby a little rest, and that'll help out.
It will, and that's what we need. So I'm really disappointed that we didn't come out of here executing a lot better to do what we're supposed to, because I feel bad for the fans that came and watched us. I feel bad for you guys that came and watched us, because that's not the product we want to put on the floor, and we weren't happy with it.
Well, and I thought, with Medemeyer being out and then Bunch coming, making adjustments, this is going to be a working process. You know what I mean? The next, probably 2-3 games, to be honest with you. But, I thought that there was a lot of good things out there. I thought that, defensively, shoot, if you give up 44 points a night, you think you guys are going to win.
Yeah. Because we'll get better offensively. I promise you that one. So.
Well, indeed. And by the way, us following you, hey, you don't bother us because we're here for all the games, and so we take them just like you do, wins or losses, and we're the same way on the way home. The only thing is we don't have to go to the practice the next day and work from there, but it's fun. Yeah. And knowing the way the team has played, we knew this was going to be a tough one by all accounts. And so we'll regroup. We'll be ready next week.
Yep, I appreciate you guys coming. Thank you very much.
All righty, back to school for one more day this week. And that's Brad Dance. His comments, of course, brought to you by the QHS Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. We'll have a break from them, come back with our player of the game as well, and wrap things up here from Rock Island as the Devils lose this one 45-39. Blue Devils on megasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Freiburg Insurance in Quincy is your local independent Pekin insurance agency. They're part of the community, and no one knows your insurance needs better than your friends and neighbors. Whether it's business, home, auto, or life, Pekin Insurance and Freiburg Insurance are ready to discuss your specific needs in person. Call them at 217-289-5200 224-7774 and learn why it's always better to talk insurance with friends.
And back in the Hardee's post-game show, time to wrap it up with a player of the game coach. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to send it to you because I know who it is right off the bat. Madeline Hamby had 13 points, played pretty good on both sides. But there's probably a good honorable mention in there as well.
Oh, she did a good job. I mean, when they did their job and, drove it to the hoop, got into the paint and then kicked it out, and Madeline stepped into that three, she did a great job. And she battled on the boards all night. She got out there and did a good job defensively. Yeah, Madeline Hamby's got to be the player of the game.
Indeed, we'll give that honorable mention to Chloe Nicholson, who had a bunch of rebounds, but more than so, had about 8 to 10 blocks tonight, probably stopped at around 8 block shots inside and did a pretty good job there.
Yep.
So the Devils will refocus. They got a week to do it, and we don't. We've got one night, and we'll be heading down. Of course, it'll be Blue Devil Gymnasium tomorrow night.
Number 9 versus number 1 tomorrow night at Blue Devil Gymnasium.
That is right. And so for Dave Pettit, I'm Jeff Wellman. The final here, Rock Island 45, Quincy High 39, and you've been listening to Blue Devil Basketball right here on mechasportsco.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.